Hello and Hafa Day Guam. Thanks for joining us today on Nurse Jenn Explains. Today we have a special guest in studio, but first we want to take the opportunity to thank you. If you're listening to us on Spotify, iTunes, or SoundCloud, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We have a very remarkable, unique, and out-of-the-box guest today who's going to share some of her viewpoints on different alternative therapies that are out there, not just the ones that are located in the States, but also the ones that are located locally here on Guam. And so today, ladies and gentlemen, you got two island girls, and we're gonna rock the house today. So my special guest is Clare Calvo. Hello, Hafa Day.
Thanks, Jen. Thank you.
Yes, can you tell all of us, well, it's the first time my viewers are gonna meet you, so if you don't mind, if you can just kind of let them know who you are, what you do,
sure.
all your great talents that you have out here.
I don't know about all that. That's such an amazing intro. I'm like, let me try to live up to that. No, so as far as alternative therapies, I'm not, let me just get this disclaimer out there. I'm not a dietitian. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, not a dietitian, and I'm not a nutrition. I'm I'm a certified holistic nutritionist. Ooh. And a yoga instructor and whatnot. But more than any of that, my experience with different therapies was more on the experiential end, because I needed a lot of the therapies that I have, now that I'm such a proponent for the different things that we have, like at Synergy Wellness. Synergy Fitness was basically because I needed it for my health.
Wow.
Like 20
That's
20
the best
years.
way, I think.
Yeah. So
you're the best number one customer of your own self, right?
So I was kind of forced to really do the research and learn more about these different things, because of course my health depended on it.
Wow, interesting. Yeah. And so you're a local girl. You grew up in Guam. And so I guess one of the things we wanted to start off with was local alternative treatments or therapies that all our Chetlus are getting right here on Guam. And so I think the famous one that I didn't grow up on Guam, but my mom always talked about the suruhana.
Yeah.
And would always say when we were in the States, I wish we were in Guam because the suruhana could fix this in 3 treatments, 3 days. And this doctor is putting you on antibiotics for 7 days, and the suruhana can fix this in 1 visit or 1 massage or 1 gallon of amulet, right?
Yeah.
So what's your experience with suruhanos?
So I was gone for about 14, 15 years. But before leaving Guam, I just remember growing up. And that same thing of whatever our ailment was, I remember either being slathered by Vicks,
me too,
and Florida water sprayed on me, and holy water, but of course also going to having I remember coming to the house and chasing me around with the cheesecloth, with the almond through the cheesecloth, and bitter taste being squeezed into my mouth. But so as a kid I remember that, and leaving is for 15 years. And coming back, there was a lot that I didn't really, as a kid, it's different, it's kind of like you don't really think about what's effective, what's not effective, right?
Right.
But coming back home, back in 2004, and coming back and I still had some of my ailments, I remember, all's out here, right?
All's out. I have not been to Suruhana yet, so I'm so intrigued in your experience, because I didn't.
So basically what renewed my faith, or I don't even know about renewed it, but really what got me to see the amazing power of the local healing medicine was I had amenorrhea. I didn't menstruate for 8 years.
Wow.
And I was out in California, and I went through everything. There are certain things that, of course, contributed. I had high heavy metals. I had, polycystic ovary. I had a host of issues.
Right.
But I still, I would take different chelation, different therapies, and it wasn't until I came home and I still was without my period. It was 8 years, and I heard that we took a trip to Rhoda. It was a yoga group that I was facilitating. We went to Rhoda for a weekend, and someone told me about a suruhana there, Lucia, and they said, she could come to you and basically put herbs inside. And
wait, inside your...
Like literally, like
your...
instead of a tampon, it's
herbs, I didn't know that.
So
how old are you at this point?
Yeah, so this was, when I first moved back, this was 2004. So this was about 2007, 2008 maybe, 2008.
Wow.
Yeah, and so went there, did that, and pretty much it stays in you for a few days, and then it comes. And I brought another separate bag with me to Guam, and then did it again after a week. And I kid you not, within like that month, my period returned.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Holy cow!
So that
Are you serious?
was incredible. And of course, there was a lot of other emotional stuff that I was working through. So I think a combination of all of that together.
The stress went away.
Yeah.
And, wow. Oh, see, I thought we just drink. Like, you get a gallon of ammo, and then it's green, and it's nasty, and it's disgusting. And you just have to drink the whole thing, and then what it does is, what I'm told is, it like brings up your phlegm, or it gets rid of your toxins through either diarrhea or urination, and then that's how you get better. But I'd never heard of
all different kinds of methods.
Vaginal ammo and all that. Wow, interesting. Wow.
I mean, because you figure if the herbs work, going internally through your digestive tract, then, it would
I
also...
just never really thought about it.
Yeah.
All right. And what about healing by religion?
Oh,
the techa, the holy water. We got to bless the coconut oil first before we rub it on my belly.
Absolutely.
All that,
And then, it also begs the question of, with epigenetics and just the whole quantum theory of, when people talk about the placebo effect, right?
Yes.
It's like, how much of that is truly, if you believe, I feel like faith to such a large degree has to do with your healing. And not to say that alone, well, some may believe that, but I truly feel, not just to think it. I mean, there's one thing about, positive affirmations, but if you don't feel it energetically, then all it is, I think, is just words that you repeat. But unless you energetically hold that vibration of faith and trust.
And so many different levels of faith and trust. There's the one where, like, you go to the front of the church, he smacks your forehead, you are healed, and then cancer is gone, right? Or my experience growing up as, with a Chamorro mom and a Chamorro dad was, we say 9 nights of rosaries, we bless the coconut oil before we rub it, then we get a whole thing of holy water, and then we sprinkle it on ourselves before we leave the house and before we go to bed. And so I'm exactly like Claire. I believe that your faith is what drives you for health and wellness, and it goes in sync with meditation, right? So when you're meditating, you can meditate, hamada, 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 but you can also meditate to the Lord, to God, to your religious beliefs, and then that helps take away stress.
Right.
And your cortisol levels drops down, and then hopefully the healing process begins once you do that. What other local therapies are you familiar with here on Guam?
Well, of course, now I have a 7-year-old son.
Yes.
So when he has a cough or he's sick, I usually either take him to Saga, the one, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm blanking on the name, where Mama Chai is, and Tim Francis. Yeah. No, not Saga. No, that's the birthing center. That's the birthing right next center. Right next to the Hilton. The Guma Zomti.
Oh, where SKC. They have the up the hill.
Yes.
Yes. SKC, yes.
What is it called?
Second Kuturan tomorrow.
Oh,
that's where
I
they
can't
have all
even
the
say
herbs
that
and the plants.
There's our tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have you been there, Uncle Ken?
Yes.
And so how does that work?
So there's the same thing. There's Malasa. You can get massage. You can get herbs. You can get different oils. She even does in fact, Auntie Chai has the.
That's her name, Auntie Chai. Is she the only?
There's one, and now there's different. There's one in Jutnya. There's one here in Tuman. I think there's a couple of different ones.
Awesome.
But there's also the Labrador. So the same thing, whereas you don't stick anything in, but you basically do the steam.
Yes.
So all different kinds of
wonderful
therapies there as
wow.
well.
I have to expose myself more to Uncle Ken.
Yes.
Are you an advocate of local healing practices?
I'll tell you what, that's another story for another time. I was healed with an illness based on like the spirit kind of thing. From the Atingkat, that's what they call it. From the suruhana from Talofofo when I was like 8 years old.
Wow. So it was a spiritual.
Yes, spiritual.
That's another area, right? Yeah. Wow.
Exorcised, if you will.
Wow.
And now you are the man you are today.
Yes, the 70-year-old man I am today.
Incredible.
So we're open to hear what other local healing practices that any of you viewers have, because that just, as a nurse and a healthcare provider, I definitely don't always want to be the one pushing the pills, you know, like, here, take this pills, and by the way, these are the 15 side effects. It might cause diarrhea, it might cause migraine headaches, it might cause your liver to fail and you're going to turn yellow. And so I'm definitely not into pushing the pills 100%. There are times, though, after I see a lab result and your WBCs are so incredibly high or so, then I'm like, I really think you need this pill, because I think maybe this might be the fastest way so you don't go into more complications, right? So I'm definitely in support of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing also with medication. It's not like there's anything inherently bad, but
no.
When you think that we have 37 trillion cells in our body, and we're holistic beings, so you take something to think that it's not going to affect anything and everything else is kind of being ignorant. If you're thinking, oh, this is only for your head, and it's only going to affect this part of your body.
And how bad do I feel when Nana comes back and says, girl, I've been vomiting now for 3 days and I've had diarrhea ever since you told me, and then I feel awful that she had a reaction to it. Then I'm like, oh gosh, I feel so bad. I was trying to help you get better and I didn't help you get better. So absolutely. So we have other alternatives. Claire runs Synergy, and in this I haven't been to yours, and I'm gonna go after this. I see all your segments, and I just enlighten us. What are your top 3 therapies that you offer at Synergy that you think really promote health and wellness to your consumers? And it could be to the public too, right?
Well, Synergy Fitness is what I opened 2004, 15 years ago with Roland Dela Cruz. And since then, I have 2 partners now, Judy Rosario and Lily Regis. So Synergy Fitness is more of the yoga, fitness, 21-day detox. But Guahan Synergy Wellness was what I just opened a year ago. And that's the one that has a far-infrared sauna, another one, the Normatec and the Crystal Light Healing Bed. So, I mean, I think you're speaking of Synergy Fitness, right?
No.
Synergy Wellness.
I don't know anything about any of those. Like, you're talking Greek to me. I don't know if you, if you know what she's talking about. I'm sorry, she's going to educate me, the dumb one in the room, because I don't know what she's talking about. What are those things you just mentioned?
So the one we just opened a year ago is we're going to incorporate it all under Synergy Fitness by the beginning of 2020, because initially it was just Synergy Fitness with all the different exercise, yoga, and the 21-day detox. Synergy Wellness was opened a year ago, and that's where we have a second far infrared sauna, Normatec Pulse Recovery. Now we have like energy, like Reiki sessions there, and private.
Reiki is what?
It's kind of like instead of body work, it's working more on the energetic field. So more on the So doing energy work on the body.
On the whole body, head to toe. Okay. And then you're in infrared sauna.
Infrared sauna. And so instead
you're going to have to explain all of them. I am not familiar with any of them. Okay.
So instead of a conventional sauna that heats the air, which in turn gets you to sweat and get hot, the far infrared light goes down to the cellular level and basically detoxifies. So it's laser. So it's far infrared.
Wow.
And
so
it's a
safe. Claire, what? All right.
And it's a safe. What is it called? Not watts, but it's a safe.
Ultraviolet rays.
Yeah, the
safe
rays.
Level that it's not going to lead to any other ailments, right?
Yeah.
Or diagnosis.
So that's a great way to detoxify. I mean, it's proven to help with like those with insomnia, also to help with any like some who have had tumors. It helps, because at the end of the day, it's about cleansing out, right? Detoxifying the body. Helps for stress relief, anxiety, to lower the blood pressure, different things. But that I think has really, I found that to be one of the main things that has helped a lot of people. And we have another one at Synergy Fitness as well.
Awesome.
So I think that coupled, like now that we have our 21-day detox holistic programs, we incorporate that along with yoga classes, and I think we did that primarily because we found that those are the main things that have really, of course, exercise. Everyone knows it's important to exercise, but by coupling yoga together with doing like a 3-week cleanse. And I know a lot of times, you see out there now they have these 1 day or 2 day or 1 week.
Yes.
And that's great, but if you're going to try to they say in order to create or to end a habit, it takes minimum 21 days, 3 weeks.
So how often do you recommend that? Is it like once a quarter, once a year?
Yeah,
we
used to do it quarterly, and people were like, no way. So, I mean, there's
it's
different...
so extreme. I've tried to do yours twice now.
It's 21 day, right?
Oh, Lord. I think first day I only made it to like, I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen, like maybe the 5th day, and then I was irritable. I was moody. Nobody,
but that's to be expected.
My family was like, can you please freaking eat a friggin' donut? Because they're like, we don't like this new and improved you, Mom. It's awful. And so, of course, I just didn't handle it well.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because I was still trying to have a glass of wine, right? And so I messed up on that. Then the second time I tried, I heated all your, but I just didn't feel like myself.
Right.
I was probably 10, 11 days, and I was like, I feel like crap. I don't want to even get up in the morning. I feel like I'm getting depressed.
And
so
those
I didn't
things,
do it again.
Right, and those things are to be expected. I mean,
yes, you warn us.
You go through a healing crisis, and some of
Yes.
it comes out physically. Some people have had a rash, because that's basically toxins trying to
Yes.
get,
Yeah.
exit the pores.
So that means I'm very toxic, obviously, if I'm responding so negatively, and I can't make it to 21 days.
But the thing is, every time I've tried it, over the years, it's never the same. There are times when
It's
I'm
never
like,
the same?
I feel amazing, I feel energetic, I could do a 5K, and there are other times where I'm just like, I don't want to be around anyone, I don't want to see anyone.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good to tell us that.
Yeah,
because I'm not sure if I want to do it a third time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also then take it as you don't, if you mess up one day, I should say mess up, but if you slide off one day, it's okay. Let it go and then jump back on, and it doesn't have to ruin the entire day. It's like, okay, this meal, whatever, I had some wine, had some beef, that's okay. Next meal, I'm going to get right back to it.
Got it. Well, I got to check out your Synergy, your new place that you opened a year ago, and we all should check it out.
Now, what you need to check out is Glow Sulcation. Because it's only going to be 5 days instead of 3 weeks.
Okay.
Remember with
Yes.
Grace coming here?
Oh, yes!
And her story is incredible.
Okay, tell us about it.
Grace Van Berkom will be here. She owns a retreat resort in Nicaragua. She actually comes from Canada, but she moved to Nicaragua maybe about, I think, 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And so I went to her yoga retreat. In fact, Trina and I went there together last November.
Trina, my BFF.
Yeah.
Our BFF. Okay.
And she's flying back to Guam for this retreat.
Yay.
So Grace, her story is amazing because she too ended up, as a holistic nutritionist, as an author, raw food chef, and all these incredible things as well. Because it's usually, when you're faced
You guys
with
are
your health.
vested.
Well,
You're vested personally, professionally, the whole thing, and that makes a difference. You're a perfect role model for people that want to change their lifestyle.
But the thing is, sometimes you kind of have to hit bottom to embrace and be passionate about something like that. I mean, I was mentally, emotionally, physically a hot mess, which is what really I literally hit bottom. That got me to want to fully embrace this new path, this new journey. And with Grace, and she's very open about it as well. She struggled a lot of things similar to me with eating disorder, with depression, with addiction, different things. And she basically decided she's gonna change her life, and she did. And then when her father ended up with Alzheimer's, and first cancer and then Alzheimer's.
The father got cancer first. And Alzheimer's. Wow, those are such extreme diagnoses.
Well, he had it, I guess, more than 10 years ago. So, she explains the story, on social media and whatnot. But he had prostate cancer and was in a nursing. Oh no! First that happened. She helped him through it with her background in nutrition, holistic plant-based nutrition, and then he survived. He got through it, and then more recently, I think within the past 5 years, he had Alzheimer's. She was already in Nicaragua putting her retreat place together. He was in a nursing home, and so she thought, here I am in this amazing healing space trying to help people heal themselves.
Yes.
While my father was in nursing home.
Yes.
She went back.
Epiphany.
Yeah.
Let me go get my dad.
So she went and got him, and he's been living with her in Nicaragua, and has completely, like, you see pictures of him before. She'll show, like, before and after, in his walker, diapers, and now he's, like, happy. He's walking
that
around.
Story. That's an awesome
Yeah.
story. When you live it and you breathe it, you're the best people to profess it to people that are not living a healthy lifestyle, because you lived it. Because I do have, and this is the truth, I'll have patients come out of the doctor's office and say, how dare he tell me to lose weight when he look about 100 pounds overweight, and I could smell cigarettes on his breath. I know that your doctor smokes. And so I get a lot where patients will say, how dare he tell me to lower my cholesterol and my blood pressure. I know his blood pressure is pretty high, and you got to walk the walk and talk the talk. And so it's important you and Grace are walking the walk and talking the talk, that then it makes the consumer believe that this is really going to work for me. If it worked for you, and it worked for Grace, and it worked for Trina, and it worked for all those people, then it's going to work.
Oh, but poor doctors. I mean, at the end of the day, I think if your intention, everyone's intention is to help.
Yes.
And so even if they are doing that, it's like, they're only telling you this
I
because they want
know.
to help you.
I know. Sometimes I want to be like, he's not judging you. He's just saying he believes if you want your health to get better, you should lower your cholesterol. I don't think he's judging you.
I think
don't
doctors get such a bad rap, and I feel so
I know. And I love my doctors. They're awesome. So let's talk about other out-of-the-box therapies. So one of the things I remember, I just had an aunt. She had cancer and looks remarkable, and said, it's because I'm taking placenta pills.
I remember. Yeah.
And so I'm just like, what? And she's like, yes, I ordered these. And I thought they were human, and I didn't realize this. You can get placenta pills from deer, cow, pig, sheep, horse. It's made like in New Zealand area out there. She's ordering it from New Zealand, but they said even Philippines manufactures and sells it.
Wow.
So she said that initially she was buying her deer placenta pills from New Zealand, but it's actually cheaper in Philippines, which of course then I'm like, I wonder why it's cheaper, right? But she highlights that her health and wellness have improved through her chemotherapy, her radiation, and that she has healed faster because of the placenta pills. Isn't that crazy?
That's incredible.
So placenta right now, it's called placenta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is initial studies say that it prevents postpartum depression, reduces postpartum bleeding, improves your moods. It has a whole bunch of iron, proteins in it, and so the concept is that the best placenta is your own placenta, ladies.
Right.
That you should eat it within 8 hours
Look at that.
of delivering your baby. And so people say it tastes just like beef, and you could prepare it 2 ways. You can either cook it, and they say you can make it like stafal or adobo, add the vinegar, and it doesn't taste quite like stafal, and it doesn't taste quite like adobo, but it's similar, they say. Just add all the same ingredients. Or you can freeze it, cut it up, and then put it into your smoothies.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, would you do it?
If I knew it was gonna if I was faced with something, I would probably just do just about anything.
Of course. This is the holistic. The nurse in me is like, oh no, I would not do it.
I mean, people eat frittata.
True that. So, they say really the best benefits is the woman that delivered the placenta is the one that should eat it. Mm-hmm. And so it really shouldn't be like at your next barbecue and everybody
on your
takes a chunk on it. It's supposed to be for mommy, so she has more energy. Mm-hmm. She produces more milk for her babies. Currently, right now, the Mayo Clinic and CDC do not recommend it, only because there could be bacteria in it, and then you're going to eat the bacteria, and then you're going to transfer the bacteria to your breastfeeding baby. And so, different strokes. I'm told by one of the OBGYNs that yes, GMH will give you your own placenta back. I was told GRMC hasn't had that issue come up, but they don't have a labor and delivery anymore. But I don't know in the
After
past.
this show, watch their
Yeah,
deliveries.
but I don't know if that's true. But I was told if you request it far in advance, you can have your own placenta. So
wow.
that was interesting. Personally, I wouldn't do it. I know Claire's out of the box. This one's completely out of the box. As a nurse, I'm like, I don't know. I'm a little bit scared to do it.
What I did do when I gave birth to KP was I stored stem cells.
Oh.
So I have it in a bank, a stem cell bank, and knock on wood, anything should happen to him.
Yeah.
I have that stored away to.
That's a great concept, though. I would probably consider that too.
Yeah.
How about leech therapy? Have you heard of that?
This is another one. So this actual leech is like leech.
Yeah, I actually saw it on a show.
Wow.
One of the doctors, I guess the girl's nerves from a breast augmentation had died. The nipple was dying off. He says, let me put leech around your breast to suck out all the toxins, and let's see if your nipple will come back to life. And in the next episode, it came back to life.
I totally believe that.
It was pink. It had circulation. She had feeling to her nipples. In the initial appointment, she said, I can't feel it. And he's like, it's necrotic. Your nipple's dying. And it's from such a botched breast augmentation. And so he brought out leeches, I want to say 5 or 6. And he said, I'm going to give them to you. When you get home, just let them
suck away.
Yes. She did it, and she came back, and he says it's alive. Look at it. It's pink, and it's
So you
alive.
could just, does it have to be a specific leech, or can you just go out there and like,
Girl, I
pick
do
on
not
leeches?
know. I'm sure, but it says that leeches increase blood circulation. It breaks up any blood clots. It removes the toxins, and overall, it's like the leeches are helping your body heal itself.
wow.
I think I believe it too.
Yeah.
But I'm not all into like the Gaga cockroach.
Oh gosh,
I don't know.
I would let a leech. I would not let a cockroach on me for sure.
I've never even seen a leech in real life. Have
I
you?
don't think I have either.
I don't even know. I'd have to figure it out because I don't know.
I
didn't think I was gonna freak out when I saw my first brown tree snake, and I freaking almost had a heart attack. I was like, on TV they don't look that bad, and then when it was like literally on my balcony, I was like, holy crap, and I was having a panic attack. But go ahead.
I see a lot of the iritai at our place, like on our back. I mean, like big ones. The big
Really?
one-tree lizards, yeah. But I did something similar, not a leech, but
Yeah, what did you
what
do?
I had.
Of course you did. It's Claire.
It had nothing.
She has tried everything, and I'm the scaredy cat that tries nothing. But go ahead.
No, I don't.
I'm gonna live through her eyes.
But the things that I have tried is because I've seen it work for someone else. It's not like I'm like, let me just try this experientially on my own.
Yeah.
But I used to go to this place called Optimum Health Institute in San Diego, OHI. And a lot of people go there whether they just want to do their seasonal cleanse or there are people there who are terminally ill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you'll see them walking around with their bags of IV and whatnot. But when I was there, one of the times before I moved to Guam, when I went, I had a lump. And I don't suggest this to anyone, but of course I'm like, okay, rather than going immediately and freaking out and going to the doctor,
Right.
because I know how my mind works.
Right.
Whatever he tells me, I'm gonna panic.
You're gonna go 100
and I'm gonna
miles
go
per
Google
hour.
everything and freak myself out, and then
Yes.
create an even worse
But I
problem.
think everybody's like that.
Yeah.
I'm like that
But
too.
I'm like completely. I won't be able to sleep. I'm just gonna
Same.
think about it,
Same.
and it's probably gonna.
I'm gonna
create-
eat it. I'm gonna breathe it. It's gonna consume every thought. I can't even enjoy life.
Even my
It's-
meditations turn into
Yes.
like.
Yes.
blah,
I'm
blah, blah,
exactly
blah.
the same way. Exactly.
So instead, I'm like, okay, let me first go to Optimum Health Institute because I've already been there a few times. And what we did, aside from cleansing, is the pulpus from the wheatgrass. So they have a huge. They're like one of the top wheatgrass growers in the States.
I do take wheatgrass shots,
Oh, good for you.
but I don't know about what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's
so
way
basically,
intense.
well, we would take the shots, and like usually they say take about 4 ounces in the morning, 4 ounces in the evening. But I was like chugging them down,
Uh-huh.
like I need to cleanse out, and I would take the pulpus, and they say wherever you have something that you want to detoxify,
Rub
like
it
you-
onto the lung.
to keep it there. So I kept it over and like taped it overnight, and by the 5th day, what I felt dissolved.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, maybe it just needed some, who knows if it was a lymph node or if it was something
Right,
more
right.
serious.
Right.
Years later, I was told, of course, by I see spiritual, readers.
Oh, of course she does.
And
I don't, but okay. But I will one day in my life. But okay, go ahead.
But I didn't tell her anything about that. And
Nobody ever does.
No.
That's always the premise of.
I didn't tell her anything.
I didn't tell her anything, and I don't know how she knew.
Yeah, because honestly, that was something it was in my past.
Yes.
So I'm more concerned about, no, tell me about my love life now. I'm not talking about my lump from like 8 years ago.
Right.
But she brought it up, she's like, oh, and that time that you had, the cancer, I'm like, whoa. What? I never, but she kind of validated what I had thought, but I never actually got checked. So she said, stick to, the path of what you're doing, and, keep the faith. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. Not quite leeches, but.
Not quite leeches.
Wheatgrass.
But, I'm all into the whole herbal stuff, too. And so the new trend in California, I'm sure you've heard, you're a California girl, right? You go there all the time. So, vitamin drips, vitamin pushes, and vitamin injection boost. Have you ever tried? She's tried
needles.
She's tried it. I knew she was going to say she's tried it. Okay, so
but for me to do that,
did it really do all the things it says? It says it's a preventative medicine type of thing. It gives you an extraordinary amount of energy, and it's supposed to. Like, you're supposed to not get sick forever and ever, amen. Like, your immune system's so kicking at this point, you could be next to somebody with dengue fever, and you ain't gonna even blink, girl. He's hemorrhaging out of his eyeballs, and you're like, whatever, I got a vitamin drip, right? So, did it do what it boasts that it does?
It was a while ago, and I think because I was trying so many other things, I can't say for sure it was that, but I do have a very good friend who still lives in California who does it often. And she is truly the picture of health. I mean, she never, nothing. Common cold, none of that.
Really?
And she religiously, gets the IBD.
I totally want to try it. Do you know of anybody on Guam does
I believe there is, I don't know who, but I remember hearing
I want to start a clinic and start it at the mall.
I
want to do it at the mall.
You're a nurse. You can do chelation therapy, too.
Just go to the mall, start up my own business, and just do... totally, because
Can you please?
Vitamin B12, vitamin C. It has the highest safe dosages of vitamin B12, vitamin C, antioxidants in it. It's supposed to also help you with wrinkles, right? Your skin is supposed to clear up. I'm all about that, ladies and gentlemen. Your hair, your skin, your immune system, and your energy. All of that's a win for me. I'll do that any day of the week, and I won't have all... You shouldn't really have any of the side effects, like diarrhea, nausea, and vomiting. You know how.
And the thing is, if you do get a little bit of diarrhea, too.
Yeah, we can lower the dosage because your drips can be 250 cc bag of vitamins, or you can go up to 1,000. Right? Your injection, it can be a 60 cc injection, or we can do a 10 cc injection. So. I think that it's just
You're just talking about needles, and I'm like,
right. So this is something that I totally 100% support and would love to start my own business. So if anybody is an entrepreneur and wants to join business with me, let's do it. Yeah, we could do it at your place, right? And I know you do this one too. Dang, Claire's done every one that I'm looking to live through. I know you've done cupping.
Oh yeah, in fact we have.
Trina does cupping.
Yeah.
And I am like, what the? You look like you got your butt kicked. She swears by it. What is it for? Is it for cellulite?
They say that.
Can you get my cellulite off? Okay.
I have read about that, but for me, what I tried it for was for muscle tension. When I'm feeling like run down, it's basically another way to detoxify.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you energy. It just relieves back and neck. How about your knees?
The only
Where do they put it? They just put it on the upper torso?
I've had it like my entire back.
And how long does those bruises last, girlfriend?
I guess it depends on the individual. For me, it lasts about 3 or 4 days, 4 or 5 days.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 3 or 4 weeks.
No. For me, I think it was only about 5 days at most.
That's it? It looks painful, number one.
It doesn't hurt so much. It just feels like a huge
Like a
leech.
hickey. Like a hickey. Like, I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Growing up, when my boyfriend wants to give me a hickey, I'm like, no, that shit hurts. I don't want. Like, the sucking, it's too much
But imagine
pain.
a hickey, they're like that.
I know. That's why I'm thinking this thing hurts.
I don't think it really hurts.
It doesn't hurt.
No.
Okay. And you do believe that your back and your neck pain, it diminishes or it just lessens?
I feel like it completely Different times, different experiences. For the most part, enough to the point where I felt relaxed.
Yeah.
But because I teach a lot of classes, it would come back like 2 days, 3 days later, you know?
Is it, do you think, the equivalent to like chiropractic?
A deep massage? To me, it's kind of like...
You know how the chiropractic's on your back and your neck?
Right. There's an adjustment.
Yeah. Or do you think the end goal is the same relief, chiropractor relief?
Well, I like to do it integratively, like both of, you know, I wouldn't say one's better than the other, but I think together they
would work well.
Yeah, remarkably together.
I bet you've done this one too, because we all know Claire's done them all. Acupuncture.
Oh yes, in fact, right here, Dr. Chung is amazing.
I've done acupuncture. I think I did 2 or 3 treatments. I had like, I don't know, like a pinched nerve, right? But I think he told me I had to come back 10 times. Is that right?
I mean, I think with anything, right?
I think I gave him 3 chances, and then I was like, that's it, I'm done. Because my insurance didn't pay for it. I had to pay out of my own pocket. He told me to get that full pinched nerve pain to go away, I needed to come 10 sessions, and I think it was my 3rd one where I was like, I don't feel
like it's working.
Yeah. I didn't go back. But your experience?
Yeah, I mean, I've gone for different things, of course, you know, throughout the years, but
you're an advocate for it?
I definitely am.
You are?
Yeah. Even to the point, like, I had this nagging deep dry cough for a while.
Yeah.
And I feel like seeing him 3 times a week for like 3-4 weeks helped.
Yeah. Acupuncture can be for anything, right?
Yeah,
it's not only pain. It could be, like you said, for a cough. It could be for fertility.
Yeah.
It could be for, what else?
All kinds of
migraine,
things.
headaches,
even mental, emotional
right?
stuff, like just, you know.
Well, this was interesting topics. Thank you so much for coming on and kind of letting us all live through your eyes. I'm sure there's many of you that have tried all these treatments and have different stances on how you feel about placenta, smoothies, leech therapy, vacuum. And so we just wanted to kind of say to you guys that there's more to than just taking a pill. There are other options out there, and there are a lot of other options here on Guam.
Absolutely.
That you can try to consider. And so we just kind of open the window just a little bit for you, so you can kind of, and then you can do your own homework, and you can kind of figure out what do you think is best for yourself and your body. And talk to your family and friends. They may have a different opinion than Claire and I had today. So if you know somebody that's had neck pain and has done acupuncture and cupping, and ask them what their experience was and which they thought was the best alternative therapy. And then for the suruhana, by all means, you guys got all these local family and friends that can tell you which auntie is the best auntie to try it. And I highly recommend that that's something also. And then Claire and I are going to bring the vitamin IV therapy and boost. Yeah, we're going to do all that. And so we'll be coming soon to you guys. So thank you, Claire, so much.
Thank you.
Do you have any final words you'd like to say to the listeners today?
No, I think first of all, thank you. What you're doing is great, sharing this kind of information. And I think more and more people, especially now, you know, we have so much information available to us with, you know, the internet and what social media and everything. So we're able, but just be careful because there's a lot of information, but there's also a lot of misinformation. So
I agree.
It's important to really do your research and go to reliable sources. And there's no one who would know your body best than yourself. So really just, you know.
Yep.
I don't know about being a guinea pig, like, you know, I've definitely been my own guinea pig, but definitely there's options.
So I'm going to tell you, my trusted resource, if I'm going to use is going to be Claire. I'll just ding, 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 call her up, and you need to tell me about this one and tell me if I should try it. So I'm gonna use her as my resource. So thank you guys all for listening to us on Spotify, iTunes, and SoundClouds. We hope you join us again next week. Thanks for hanging out.